Okay, how do you feel about the GOAT debate if Ronaldo wins the Euro and has a crazy Euro? Do you think it's still alive, or I don't think so, but
I don't know. I feel like it's like saying
I honestly think
Mbappe's going to leave.
I think Argentina's gonna.
I think
It's a hypothetical.
a lot of Ronaldo fans are saying Messi's World Cup isn't valid because it's only a 7-game tournament, and I don't like that logic at all. But I do think the World Cup's more valid than the Euros, even if some people might say it's less competitive just because of the occasion. I think getting that World Cup, it's like that's the prestige. That's why you play football as a kid.
I think winning the Euros is probably a little bit harder, like overall.
I'd say,
but I would say that winning the World Cup is infinitely like you have infinitely more pressure, and it's of more importance. So like the moment is bigger.
I know I started a war in the group chat once because I said Ronaldo's Euro isn't impressive because he didn't play in the final. So we won't be revisiting that. But I don't know. I've never thought of that before, if I'm being honest.
In the last 27 months, he's really rewritten his international legacy.
Definitely. I mean, World Cup, what a day. Like, I know you're a massive Messi Argentina fan. Like, I wouldn't really
December 18th, 2022. Best day of my life.
What a day, dude. I was in Barcelona this summer, and I got this fake Messi shirt for €15 just because I wanted one, dude. Like, and I wear it around the house all the time. I even went to school once. No one fucking knows what America, dude. But yeah, no. Like, I think that's when everyone became Messi. So, I put Mbappe. In 2018, when he burst onto the scene, yeah, I was like everyone else, and I loved him. And I just think over the years, it's a lot harder to like him because
he's such a little prick.
Because the thing is, okay,
I like him. He's a quality baller,
yeah,
but like
obviously he's a great player. But I think a lot of it has to do with PSG just handing him an ungodly amount of money, and not only money but power. He's just in such a corrupt and toxic environment. So like I have a little bit of sympathy for him, but at the same time, like I was looking at this today in school, right? Like Mbappe is going to be 26 at the end of the season, and he hasn't even left PSG yet. Haaland is 23 right now. He's already gotten the Premier League top scorer. He's already gotten the Champions League. He's only getting started, and he's younger than him. Like Mbappe, I mean, it's a shame to the football world that he has wasted his years in the French league when he could have been winning titles in England, in Spain, in Italy, in Germany, literally anywhere else.
Anywhere else but France.
I also don't really like the French national team. I don't know. So there are quite a few French players I like, but I don't like Deschamps, and I don't know. I just don't. I never like seeing them.
Didier Deschamps has the most punchable face in all sports.
I never like seeing them do well in competitions because they're always just so blatantly fake. I don't really like the way they play football. Deschamps, I don't think he's a good manager. He has a weird thing for Adrien Rabiot. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but
I think Rabiot is a baller. I disagree with you on that. I think Rabiot is a baller.
Where is he now? I don't even know.
Is he still at Juve? I'll look it up right now.
I really couldn't tell you. I know that he's always been linked to United, but
dude, I think that'd be a great signing.
I mean, Sabitzer worked for them. Damn, still at Juve. I mean, he's probably playing now that Pogba isn't, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's more. I do have a bit of sympathy for Mbappe, and like, I think it's just more he's a bit of a prima donna. He's kind of all caught up in his own business, and I think he doesn't really. Obviously he had an incredible World Cup campaign, and he even had a really good final against Messi. But I think if you look at his club career, he really doesn't have a ton to back up for it. So that's kind of true. That's kind of my take. So what's your next?
In my opinion, I think that Mbappe is already too old to ever surpass Messi's legacy.
Oh, 100%. Even Haaland to that extent. If you look at what Messi already had multiple Ballon d'Ors by the time they're both their age. Like
when Messi was 23, he had a fucking I think he had a Champions League and 3 Ballon d'Ors.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. But to Mbappe's credit though, he does have a World Cup final win and World Cup final appearance that he fucking carried the shit out of his team too.
It would have been like it's funny. It was kind of messy and the Messi and Mbappe show in the World Cup final. I think that's why it was so special then. I think that's why we're going to look back on it in however many years and think about how that was just football and heritage this generation.
But every time that I watch this guy, I think I'll see him make a nice cross, or he'll do a nice scissor kick, or score a nice far out goal, and I'm like, wow, Jorginho Dest is really turning a corner. And then I'll see him make the worst defensive lapse of judgment that I've ever seen in my life, and I say, nope, that's Jorginho Dest.
So you say that, do you think he could kind of... The Trent debate, should Trent be a midfielder? Is he... Because I think Trent's an incredible footballer. I don't think right back is best for
I don't
him.
think Dest is.
Yeah, I don't think Trent's necessarily a bad right back. I really haven't seen Dest play that much. I don't watch the U.S. team.
Dest does best when he plays in like a 3 center back formation with 2 wing backs. I feel like because he has more defensive coverage. When he has a good DM and when he has like support behind him, he could be a solid player. But like to rely on him to defend 1v1, he's simply like Dest isn't even just bad at defending. Like he actually is a liability on the field.
Yeah, I think Trent really refined his game this past year. I've never really jumped on the Trent hate train, even defensive capabilities. I think he's still decent. It's just, I think with Trent, I don't think it's that he's incapable. And I know we're not really talking about Trent right now, but I think Trent, it's just like, how is he meant to focus on right back when he knows he could put in a clinic in midfield and just bang a free kick? Like, I think anyone would be like, no, I'm not going to defend. But yeah, no, that's fair.
Well, I mean, like, if I had fucking Virgil van Dijk's big ass behind me, like, I wouldn't defend either, bro.
Yeah, no, because Van Dijk and Konate, 2 extraordinary centre backs, and also the way Liverpool play has always been we send the fullbacks up. That's why a few years ago, Robbo and Trent both got like the most assists in the Premier League, or for defenders at least they did.
My next person on the list. Oh my God, there is a special place in my heart for hating this man, Neil fucking Maupay.
So it's funny because I actually looked at Everton's squad and I didn't realize he was still there. So I do kind of admire like the audacity to put a player from your own club and one of your most hated players. I couldn't imagine ever doing that. But
he's not
let me see your reasoning.
Now.
What is it?
He's
He's at Brentford. He's at Brentford.
Thank God. So we signed him. We signed him in the Rafa Benitez era when we needed players, right?
Him and Cenk Tosun.
And he's basically Cenk Tosun 2.0. So we signed him when we needed players. When for some godforsaken reason we sold Lucas Digne for no fucking reason, and then bought Mikolenko, who's been great this season, but I still don't understand that transfer. But Neil Maupay, in every game that I've seen him for Everton last season, holy shit, he couldn't score if the net was the size of fucking Europe, dude. He actually was the worst starting striker I've ever seen. And I myself, like, last season, he played in 27 matches for Everton. Guess how many goals he scored?
5.
1!
Bro's a Ben Brereton record. So you're an Everton fan. That's very clear.
I'm an Everton fan. And last year when I went to make the voyage, I went over to the Merseyside. I went to Goodison Park. I traveled thousands of miles, and I wanted to see my beloved Everton play Fulham. And I went there, and we went down 1-0, whatever. And Neil Maupay actually probably had 55 fucking chances. 50 chances in that game that I saw live. Live, motherfucker.
So,
live.
Everton fan, you're also a massive Messi fan. How do you feel the argument that Messi won the World Cup because of Neil Maupay? Do you know about this?
I do know about this.
So, for those who don't know, if Maupay didn't injure Leno, Martinez wouldn't have gotten his chance. He wouldn't have been signed by Villa. He wouldn't have gotten the Argentina role. He wouldn't have done his Rogues World Cup final. So, I take it you're not vibing with that?
Okay, that is one thing I think about sometimes.
It's one of the best butterfly effects of football, regardless if you think it's nonsense or not.
Regardless of whether I think it's nonsense or not, I still think the guy's a...
I mean...
I remember I shouted the most vile insults at that man. Oh my God, and it never felt so good. It was so liberating to stand next to my fellow fans of Everton and say,
I mean, maybe that's how you did Everton. I mean, I usually don't abuse my own players, but the thing about Maupay, which I've kind of always admired from a neutral point of view, is like it kind of feels like he focuses on shithousery more than he focuses on football. Like he's there to piss people off. He doesn't give a shit if he scores or not. So my next person is Patrick Schick, a bit of a niche one. I also kind of feel bad because
for Czechoslovakia.
Oh, Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic?
Czechoslovakia don't exist anymore. But I kind of feel bad because he viewed my Instagram story. But Patrick Schick, there's nothing besides the fact that he scored a goal from halfway against Scotland in Hampton Park during the Euros. So I remember.
He had a fucking great Euro. He was actually linked
He
to
did.
Everton a little while back.
Okay, so that day for me, I don't know the exact date, but the day it unfolded, I went to school. I had history first block. 20 minutes into history, I wake up on the floor. Apparently, I'd been passed out for 3 minutes, and the ambulance was there.
What?
You don't remember this? So I get brought back, and I get.
No?
Oh yeah, I passed out freshman year. So basically, what happens is like I go to the doctor, they check me out, and I go back home. It's all good. I've passed out before. It happens. I was just dehydrated. Stay hydrated, listeners. So basically, what happens is I got back in time. Just in time for the Czech Republic Scotland game, the Euros, because right as school was ending, the Euros were starting. So I'm chilling, dude. My grandma got me my favorite type of ice cream. I'm chilling on the couch watching my beloved Tartan Army, and then Patrick Schick does that, and that was by far the worst part of my day, dude. Like I was lying
The worst part of every day was what?
in the history classroom.
The worst part
doesn't even matter, dude. Also, I think with that Euros, I just didn't like the Czech Republic team. Like, I thought they were kind of scummy. I thought they were kind of, like, played kind of cheap, which... And a lot of people loved them, which kind of made it annoying, too. But yeah, like, Patrick Schick, I'm sure you're a great dude. Thank you for viewing my Instagram story about 4 years ago now. But, I don't like how you scored against Scotland when I was recovering from passing out. Thank you.